Here at Flea Flicker Media, we so very obviously love sports. It's my goal to sprinkle a little bit of that love back into the community, one live sporting event at a time.
Back up the middle! We might have a play at the plate as Keith is throwing home! Safe! Is Zach Ketterman, and the game is tied!
If you'd like to be featured on Flea Flicker Media, contact me at our Facebook page, Flea Flicker Media. Hello and welcome to Game 2 of the South Penn League Championship Series 2023. We're underway here in the top of the first inning between Hagerstown and Cashtown. The Hagerstown Braves won Game 1 7-2 on their home turf. Now they come to Cashtown here and look to take a commanding 2-0 lead in the best-of-5 series, but it's Josh Topper striking out Jarrett Biesecker in a rematch of one of the iconic moments in recent South Penn League history, with Biesecker getting the walk-off hit against Topper to send Hagerstown to the finals in 2021. Topper exacting a little revenge here with a strikeout. Now Justin Lewis will be the batter for Hagerstown. He's their third baseman today. This one called a strike on the outside corner. We'll take a look at the batting order for Hagerstown when we get a moment here. As that one is up and in, they're going to say it hit Lewis. And he's going to be awarded first base. So the Braves getting something started here in the top of the first inning. I don't know where that exactly nicked him, maybe up on the hands or maybe the elbow somewhere. Either way, that'll put a guy on for Ryan Talbert, the second baseman for Hagerstown. He's squaring to bunt, puts this one down foul down the third base line. Lineup here for Hagerstown: Jarrett Biesecker playing left, batting leadoff. Justin Lewis, the third baseman. Ryan Talbert playing second. Adam Mathias, the hero of Game 1, the designated hitter, bats cleanup. Andrew Mathias plays shortstop. Corey Jamison, the center fielder. Chance Phillips playing right and batting seventh. Corey Walters at first base and batting eighth, and Riley Jackson, the catcher. Rounds out the order for Hagerstown here today. This one popped up over near the Cashtown dugout, and that one's going to leave the playing surface. So it'll be no balls and two strikes now to Talbert. For Josh Topper, who's on the hill here for Cashtown, he pitched 4 games during the regular season, 3 starts, 16 innings pitched, and a 3-0 record for him. His ERA was under a run at .44 as this one fouled off by Talbert. Topper gave up 13 hits in his 16 innings and struck out 20 and walked just 1. Count holding steady at no balls and 2 strikes here to Talbert, with Justin Lewis taking his lead from first base. He reached on a hit by pitch. Talbert pops this one up down the third base line as well, and that one will reach the seats. Beautiful day here at Cashtown. Not too hot, not too cold. A nice breeze blowing into the broadcast booth here, keeping us cool. You know, the players probably feeling some of the effects of that breeze blowing in from right field as well. Here's the kick in the toss. This one misses down low to Talbert. This ballpark usually plays as a bit of a launching pad to the right center field power alley, but with the wind blowing in from that direction ever so slightly here today, we'll see how that affects the bats. Talbert is going to launch this one down the right field line and foul into the end of the stand of trees down there. Some tents going up on the first base side there. A lot of Hagerstown fans here in attendance. Cashtown fans here as well down the third base line, hoping that their team can turn things around after a rough start to the series. Topper's pitch, that one just misses low. And a groan from the Cashtown supporters as they thought that could have been strike three.
Oh boy. You good, Top?
Talbert has been one of the rising stars for Hagerstown this season. We'll put this one foul down the third baseline again. That's out of play. So the battle continues between Topper and Talbert. We'll take a look at the Cashtown defense here when we get a moment. We can tell you that Dylan Ed behind the plate here, catching Josh Topper. That's the battery here for the Pirates. Swing and a miss, and Topper has his second strikeout to begin this ball game. Off to a rip-roaring start is the Cashtown right-hander. Just what the Pirates needed here to start things off. And now he'll go for the scoreless inning as Adam Mathias standing in his way. Swing and a miss from Mathias. Mathias had the game-winning hit in game number 1 of the series. Drove in the third Hagerstown run, the run that put them up for good in the 5th inning. Starting off that 4-run rally that was decisive. There's strike number 2 as Topper is bringing it here today. Well, no need to tell you how huge of a game this is, but Topper always seems to be there pitching the big games for Cashtown, against Hagerstown especially. Lewis the lead from first. Here's the kick and the toss. That one misses inside. The count 1 ball and 2 strikes now. To Hagerstown's designated hitter, Mathias, who had a couple of hits in game 1 and drove in 2 runs. He also drove in the 7th and final Hagerstown run in the 6th inning. Pitch from Topper as that one bounces in the dirt, gets away from Ed, and Lewis is going to cruise into second base. And now Hagerstown will have a chance to score him with a hit to the outfield here. Hagerstown scored first in game number 1, then Cashtown came back with 2 unearned runs in the top of the 2nd inning to take a lead. Who will strike first here today? It's not going to be Hagerstown in the top of the 1st as Topper strikes out the side. We'll head to commercial break here on the show. We'll be back in a moment with some more South Penn Championship Series baseball action here on Flea Flicker Media.
Hello, this is Battlefield Military Museum Incorporated. We display the 200 years of history through military artifacts. We start with the Revolutionary War and end with Vietnam. We specialize with American Civil War and World War II. We have a shop where you may purchase relics and military artifacts. We are open every day during the summer months and weekends during the spring and fall. See you in Gettysburg.
Welcome back here to the ballpark for the bottom of the 1st inning. Hagerstown lines up behind their starter Ethan Cotto today, as he will face Zach Coons to start things off for Cashtown. Is that one a ball low in the dirt? For Cotto, during the regular season he appeared 10 times, 4 starts, has a 5-0 record, 1 save and 1 opportunity for Hagerstown. For this right-hander, as Coons chops that one foul at the plate and the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Cotto had a 225 earned run average in 28 innings pitched, 34 strikeouts and 11 walks for this young right-hander for the Hagerstown Braves. Zach Coons, the batter for Cashtown. We'll have a look at the rest of the Cashtown lineup here in a moment. Count 1 ball and 1 strike to Cashtown's leadoff batter. That one misses in the dirt. The count 2 balls and 1 strike now. Coons playing second base for Cashtown here today. Pops this one down the right side. That one's going to end up foul and out of the reach of anybody on Hagerstown's defense. As Coons heads back to the plate. For Coons, he's 2 of 12 on the postseason, following a .393 batting average during the regular season. He started in game number 1 of the series and was 1 for 3 with a single. Would love a single or a walk, hit by pitch, something of that nature to get Cashtown started. As there's strike 3, looking, and 4 outs in this ball game, all by strikeouts so far, as Ethan Cotto strikes out the first batter he faces, and he'll have to deal with Chase King now. King striding to the plate, and he was one of 2 Cashtown guys that had a multi-hit, or he was the only Cashtown guy, that had a multi-hit game in game number 1. 2 hits for King out of the 5 Cashtown base hits in that game. A double, a run batted in for King. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Cotto. This one is thumped to right field. Going, and it's going to be hauled in on the run by Chance Phillips for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here for Cotto. Doing it a lot faster than Josh Topper did in the top half of the first inning. Topper struck out the side, but he did seem to throw quite a number of pitches. Chris Shackle is the batter, the 2019 South Penn League MVP. Shackle with a return to some of his previous glory this year as he hit .541 on the regular season. He's a .316 hitter on the postseason, 6 for 19. As the count is 0-2 to Shackle. Behind him, Cameron Bailey, the designated hitter, then Ethan Ketterman, the first baseman. Dylan Ed, the catcher, follows Shackle. Braden Petty, the right fielder, batting 7th in the order. Austin Kunkel plays 3rd and bats 8th, and Josh Berzonski, the 2022 South Penn League Championship Series MVP, plays shortstop and rounds out the order. Here comes the 2-strike pitch to Shackle from Cotto. That one misses inside, and there were Hagerstown players running off the field after that one, thinking that it was strike 3. But alas, it wasn't to be. Shackle getting a new life and an eagle eye to take that one. Broken bat, grounder to second base, up with it and throwing on to first. Well, that is Ryan Talbert. And that'll put the side out here in the bottom of the first. At the end of 1, it's Hagerstown 0, Cashtown 0 here on Flea Flicker Media's coverage of the South Penn League Championship Series. We'll be back in a moment with more action.
Hello, this is Battlefield Military Museum Incorporated. We display the 200 years of history through military artifacts. We start with the Revolutionary War and end with Vietnam. We specialize with American Civil War and World War II. We have a shop where you may purchase relics and military artifacts. We are open every day during the summer months and weekends during the spring and fall. See you in Gettysburg.
Welcome back to Cashtown Yards. We'll take a look at the Cashtown defense here in a quick moment. Just like to give a shout out to our main sponsor, Battlefield Military Museum, located at 920 Baltimore Pike in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Check them out if you love military artifacts. They've got stuff from Civil War all the way up through the Vietnam era. Take a look at our defensive alignment, brought to you by Battlefield Military Museum. For Cashtown, it's Ethan Ketterman over at first base. At second base for the Pirates is Zach Coons. The shortstop is Josh Brzezinski. Third baseman for the Pirates, Austin Kunkel. The outfield from right to left, that'll be Braden Petty in right. And center is Chase King. And in left field, Chris Shackle. Here's the first pitch from Topper, and it's a called strike. Dylan Ed doing the catching for Topper behind the plate, as we mentioned earlier. Andrew Mathias is the batter for Hagerstown as he rolls this one on the ground. It's tipped by the pitcher Topper, up with it and throwing on to first, and not in time is Coons. It'll be an infield single for Hagerstown, their first hit of the ball game, second base runner, and leave it to one of the Mathias boys to get this one started. He knew that was trouble as soon as that one eluded the grasp of Topper. Not a play he'd be expected to make, but he tipped it, slowed it down, and it ended up in no man's land. That'll bring up the sweet swinging lefty, Corey Jamison, center fielder for Hagerstown. Jamison hit a home run in game number 1 of the championship series last year. He lashes one on the ground to first. Nice pickup by Ketterman. Throw to second. Safe on the tag play. They do get the out at first as Ketterman went to the bag to retire Jamison. Hurried his throw to second, a little bit wide. A nice job there by Brzezinski to grab it and get the tag down, but not in time. Nonetheless, a good play over there by Ketterman. And there's one away here for Hagerstown in the top of the second. They do have 2 licks to bring that runner in now, as it'll be Chance Phillips tasked with the duty here. Swinging early and putting this one on play. It's Ketterman staggering underneath it near the first baseline. He's got it for out number 2. And holding pat at second is the runner Andrew Mathias. So this is the antithesis of what happened with Topper's first inning. He threw nearly 20 pitches in that first inning. He's getting quick outs here in the second, as Hagerstown willing to swing early and often. Corey Walters, the batter now. Another lefty for Hagerstown, playing at first base. And if you've watched our coverage here on Flea Flicker Media over the last few years, you should be quite familiar with most of the hitters on Hagerstown, as they've had a lot of the same guys for the last 4 years. Just a little bit of a different order for that lineup here today. Topper's kick and blows it by Walters, and the count no balls and 2 strikes now to Hagerstown's first baseman. Leading from second is Andrew Mathias. His leadoff infield single. Looking a little bit lonely out there now for Hagerstown. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Topper with another strikeout, his 4th of the ball game. At the end of 1.5, it's Hagerstown 0 and Cashtown 0 here in Game 2 of the South Penn League Championship Series. Back in a moment. More action. Stay tuned. Here at Flea Flicker Media, we so very obviously love sports. It's my goal to sprinkle a little bit of that love back into the community, one live sporting event at a time.
Back up the middle. We might have a play at the plate as Keith is throwing home. Safe is Zach Ketterman, and the game is tied.
If you'd like to be featured on Flea Flicker Media, contact me at our Facebook page, Flea Flicker Media, or at the George Marino's Facebook page. Welcome back to the ballpark. Just like to take a moment to shout out one of our other sponsors, the Baltimore Bruins. Will be covering their home football games this fall. Semi-pro football, we'll be bringing it to you live on Flea Flicker Media Football. We'll take a look at the Hagerstown defense quickly here. Corey Walters is the first baseman for Hagerstown. At second, it's Ryan Talbert. The third baseman is Justin Lewis, and the shortstop is Andrew Mathias. The outfield from left to right, Jarrett Biesecker, the 2021 South Penn League Championship Series MVP. Then in center, it's Corey Jamieson. And over in right field is Chance Phillips. You've seen Ethan Cotto, the pitcher. We'll take a closer look at Riley Jackson, the catcher here for Hagerstown, as the count is no balls and 1 strike to Cameron Bailey, Cashtown's cleanup hitter today. That one called a strike, I believe. No balls and 2 strikes. Not a very demonstrative strike call from the home plate umpire here today, but a very clear call. Here's the kick and the toss. That one misses outside, and the count now 1-2. To Bailey, who spent some time at catcher this year for Cashtown, but with the chips on the line here in the South Penn League Championship Series. Dylan Ed back behind the dish. It's strike 3. Cotto with another one, as he's making his way through the Cashtown order here. 2 strikeouts for him now, as he struck out the leadoff guy in each of the first 2 innings. Ethan Ketterman, the batter now for Cashtown. Longtime producer in this lineup. This one called a ball high to Ketterman. He hit just 154 on the regular season, but a resurgent postseason as he's 6 for 18. That one misses high. 2 balls and no strikes. Ketterman, part of the hit brigade for Cashtown in game number 1, as he was 1 for 3 with a single. Been busy over at first base in the field so far to start this one. Here's the kick and the toss, and a swing and a miss, and the count now 2 balls and 1 strike to Cashtown's first baseman, Ketterman, who came alive in the 2020 South Penn League Championship Series after having a rough postseason to that point. Looking to do the opposite here and looking to come alive after having a good postseason. That one misses back to the dirt, and it's 3-1. He's in a really good position here. Ethan Cotto, quick and efficient for Hagerstown in the first. Looking for more of the same here in the second. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Ketterman, grip it and rip it like John Daly, but fouls that one back to the screen. Dylan Ed on deck. He was the hero of game number 2 last season's championship series for Cashtown, as he had the game-tying hit in the 6th and the walk-off hit in the 8th. And a very similar situation to today's for Cashtown. Misses down low, and Ethan Ketterman draws another walk. He's very adept at doing that. Watching tape of last year's championship series, Ketterman batting in front of Dylan Ed drew a number of walks last year. And he sets the table for Cashtown's young catcher here, Gettysburg High School graduate, like so many guys for Cashtown. Cotto having to deal with Ketterman at first now. Here's the pitch. Called a strike to Dylan Ed. It's been all struggles for Ed since last year's heroics in the championship series. He hit just 200 on the regular season, and he's 4 for 19 in the postseason. But August brings new heroes in the South Penn League every year, and he's already a hero. Maybe he can be one again for Cashtown. 1 ball, 1 strike to number 9 for the Pirates. Cotto with the kick, the delivery. This one is slashed on the ground. Diving play by Justin Lewis. Throw to second for 1. Throw on to first. Dylan Ed beats the wrap on the back end, but Justin Lewis with a fantastic diving stab, and I'm not sure how much of that you guys were able to see here, what with the telephone pole in the way, and that ball was laced, so I'm not sure we got there right away, but Lewis diving out to his right, kneeling, and then up to make a strong throw to second base. So they get the lead man, and Ed will swap spots with Ethan Ketterman now. Here's a guy that we're seeing for the first time, Braden Petty, the former Shippensburg Star, as he takes low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Petty playing right field today for the Cashtown Pirates. 2 down, runner at first. Ethan Cotto with the kick. Called. Strike at the thighs. And the count 1 ball and 1 strike to Petty. Petty, who had a big series against his former team in the semifinals against the Shippensburg Stars. You know, that had to feel good for him. Putting up some numbers as his Pirates won in 4 games. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Petty. For Petty on the season, he hit .314. He took an 0 for 2 in Game 1 of this series, which is contributing to his 4 for 16 line on the postseason. As Cashtown beat Mason-Dixon at Shippensburg on the way here. That one called a ball outside, and the count even 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's been quite a magical run for Cashtown here as they got into the playoffs with the 6th seed, losing record during the regular season 14-15-1. They're taking on a Hagerstown team at 28-2 that ran away with the regular season title. Swing and a miss as Ethan Cotto punctuates the bottom of the 2nd with a strikeout. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left, or 1 guy left, excuse me. We will head to the 3rd inning here on Flea Flicker Media. All squares, 0-0.
Hello, this is Battlefield Military Museum Incorporated. We display the 200 years of history through military artifacts. We start with the Revolutionary War and end with Vietnam. We specialize with American Civil War and World War II. We have a shop where you may purchase relics and military artifacts. We are open every day during the summer months and weekends during the spring and fall. See you in Gettysburg.
Welcome back to Cashtown Yards as we prepare for the top of the 3rd inning. Still scoreless between these 2 titans of the South Penn League doing battle. Hagerstown got the jump in Game 1 with their 7-2 victory. And Cashtown turning to a familiar face in Josh Topper, looking to stop the bleeding here in Game number 2 at home. Regardless of what happens here today, we'll have Game number 3 of the South Penn League Championship Series for you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel, different bat stadium, as we'll be in Hagerstown for Game number 3. And should the Braves win today, they'll have a chance. The Cup will be in the house for Game 3 if Hagerstown wins today. They'll have a chance to clinch it up tomorrow should they win today. Josh Topper looking to stand in the way of that happening, as he's mowed through the Hagerstown order here through 2 innings. Faced just 2 over the minimum. As he's given up an infield single and a hit by pitch. He'll deal with the number 9 hitter in Hagerstown's order, Riley Jackson, a member of their 2021 championship team. Started at 3rd base in the clinching game against Shippensburg. That one misses down low, 1 ball and 1 strike. I gotta say, working out here early, really love the umpire's strike zone. Really consistent, really good. He's calling things that are in the zone and on the plate and nothing really off of it. They sometimes term that as a hitter's umpire, but I think that's a fair umpire. That's an umpire that's calling in the strike zone, the rulebook strike zone as it's presented. 1 ball and 2 strikes now the count. That one tapped foul off of Jackson's body. And the count now holds steady. And give a shout out to Michael Hallbaker tuning in here. The pitcher from game number 1 for Hagerstown. 7 innings, no earned runs for him in the complete game victory. Josh Topper, strike 3 called on the upper outside corner. That's 5 punch-outs here for Topper as he's mowing through this Hagerstown order here early on. If you'll remember his interview after pitching the championship winning game against Hagerstown in 2020, he mentioned that he had all fastballs and changeups, and that's what he was using to go through this Hagerstown lineup. His synopsis was that the Braves love to hit breaking balls, and his arm was in a position at that time that he couldn't throw any breaking balls because he hadn't thrown in a while. Beesicker is going to foul this one down the left field line. No balls and 2 strikes now the count. And once again, we have this lovely matchup, which flashes us back to the 2021 South Penn League semifinals. Topper got Beesicker the first time around. A little poke back up the middle. Jarrett Beesicker style, who else? As that one punched through the middle for a single. 2 strikes, he chokes up and pokes that one. And Hagerstown has their start. From the guy who was the fire plug, the fire starter, during the 2021 South Penn League Championship Series. Beesicker on first. We'll see how long he stays there with Lewis. Now the batter. Hang a star next to Lewis's defensive play in the bottom half of the second inning, as he dove to field a ground ball and get a force out at second base. Lewis puts this one in the air to center. Chase King is on the case. He camps out underneath it and hauls it in for out number 2. Back to first base goes Beesicker. He remains there with 2 down, and Ryan Talbert striding to the box. Talbert struck out swinging his first time up, one of 5 strikeout victims for Topper his first time through the batting order. That one misses low in the dirt, 1 ball and no strikes. So glad you've all tuned in here with us on Flea Flicker Media for Game 2 of the South Penn League Championship Series. Talbert pops this one foul down the third base line. That one's going to reach the bleachers. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Feels weird not having a Battlefield Military Museum out-of-town scoreboard update. This is the only game in the league, obviously being the championship series. As Talbert fouls it off. We reach a point every summer towards the end of it when we get to this point when it's just 2 teams playing. And for me, it's always a little bittersweet. It's a great coronation of the season. It's a coronation of a champion, and you get to see the 2 best teams play each other, but it also means the end of the summer and the end of what's been another fantastic South Penn League season. Just misses outside. Good eye from Talbert looking that one over, and the count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. To Hagerstown's second baseman, who's looking to atone for his earlier strikeout. Topper to the belt. Here's the kick to throw. This one chopped on the ground to first. Ketterman fields it chest high, knocks it down, and goes to the bag for out number 3. The Pirates will come to bat, looking to break this scoreless tie. As we go to the bottom of the 3rd here on Flea Flicker Media.
Hello, this is Battlefield Military Museum Incorporated. We display the 200 years of history through military artifacts. We start with the Revolutionary War and end with Vietnam. We specialize with American Civil War and World War II. We have a shop where you may purchase relics and military artifacts. We are open every day during the summer months and weekends during the spring and fall. See you in Gettysburg.
Welcome back here for the bottom of the third inning from Cashtown Yards. We're just in time for pitch number 1 to Austin Kunkel. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for Hagerstown. No runs, no hits, no errors for Cashtown as they bat against Ethan Cotto here in the bottom of the third. 2 balls and no strikes. Just 1 base runner here for Cashtown. It was Ethan Ketterman's 1-out walk in the second inning. So here's the kick and the delivery from Cotto. Misses outside 3-0, and this isn't the way you want to start an inning. It is if you're Cashtown. It's certainly not the way you want to start on the hill here. He's got 1 more ball to try and fight his way back. This one, a called strike in at the belt. That's 3-1. Grumbling from the Cashtown crowd who didn't like the call. But it looked pretty fair from here. It's the count now 3-1. Check swing. No swing. And that'll be... well, that'll be ball 3. The count must have been 2-2. No scoreboard here to keep track of the balls and strikes, so we're relying on the home plate umpire. So the full count pitch. Up high, and now it's ball 4 as Austin Kunkel grinds out a nice walk to start things here in the bottom of the third, and Cashtown looks to get on top of it here in the middle innings. This will bring Josh Berzonski to the plate. Again, he was the MVP of last year's 2022 South Penn League Championship Series. He made 2 starts on the mound. A 2-0 record for him. He gave up just 2 earned runs. And he's squaring to bunt here. Thrust into the lineup at shortstop today with Cashtown missing some people. His specialty is pitching, so he rounds out the order, and they'll ask him to bunt here. At least they were on the first pitch. He's squaring again. Gets that one down in front of home plate. 1 play, and the throw on to first. Nobody is covering third. Here's the throw to third. Diving in safely is Austin Kunkel, much to the delight of this pro-Cashtown crowd. What a play right there by Austin Kunkel. Lewis crashing in hard from third as the corners were coming in for Hagerstown. Lewis never got back to the third base bag. Kunkel made him pay. Lewis ended up fighting his way back, but Kunkel sliding to the outside safely, and that sacrifice bunt of the most effective varieties that'll move the runner up 2 bags. And Cashtown now the chance to score without the benefit of a hit. Basically the equivalent of a stolen base right there for Kunkel. It won't go in the stat sheet as one, but boy, that's gotta feel good. Some real good base running. And the 2 normal starting pitchers for Cashtown getting stuff done here to start the third inning. Grounder to the middle infield. Hagerstown will concede the run. The throw on to first. They end up needing a tag to get Coons out, but Coons doesn't care. He's got an RBI, and the Pirates crowd erupts as Kunkel home with the first run of this one. Pirates lead at 1-0. Still getting no hit, but they're on the board now. And now Ethan Cotto will try to get the end man for Hagerstown as the Pirates strike first here in Game 2, just like they did last year. Chase King, the batter, he takes up high, ball 1. Cashtown got him over. Cashtown got him on, got him over, and got him in. Here's the 1-0 to King as he thumps this one foul. That's going to go over the trees and possibly into somebody's yard. For King, he's been absolutely scorching hot this postseason. He's 17 for 29. He's batting about 600 this postseason. And he puts this one in play to center field. But Jameson over to make the catch. Cashtown strikes first in the bottom of the third. They lead at 1-0 in this all-important game. Number 2 of the South Penn League Championship Series. We're back in the moment with more South Penn League baseball on Flea Flicker Media. Here at Flea Flicker Media, we so very obviously love sports. It's my goal to sprinkle a little bit of that love back into the community, one live sporting event at a time.
Back up the middle. We might have a play at the plate as Keith is throwing home. Safe is Zach Ketterman, and the game is tied.
If you'd like to be featured on Flea Flicker Media, contact me at our Facebook page, Flea Flicker Media, or at the George Marino's Facebook page. Back here at the ballpark for inning number 4 here in Cashtown Yards. The count no balls and 1 strike as the leadoff man for Hagerstown fouls that one off. This is Adam Mathias. He's going to ground this one to third. Bobbled, picked up, throw on to first, and out. Number 1 as Austin Kunkel had an adventure with that one, but he does get the out. So 2 pitches, 1 out for Josh Topper here in the 4th. And he'll cut right through the heart of the Hagerstown order here, both Mathiases. He's retired Adam, and now it's Andrew. Andrew, who had an infield single his first time up, 1 of 2 hits in this game so far for Hagerstown. Count 1 ball and no strikes. This one fouled off in the count even 1-1. Topper's been everything Cashtown could have asked for here in game number 2 of the series so far. He's been a breath of fresh air on the mound for the Pirates. 3 scoreless innings. He's struck 5 guys out. Swing and a miss. He's now struck 6 guys out as Topper blows away Andrew Mathias, getting a little revenge for that dribbler he gave up the first time. And now Corey Jamison will be the batter. The only thing standing between Topper and a 1, 2, 3, 4th inning. Jamison, who took Anthony Lippy deep last year in the first game of the South Penn League Championship Series, but then was the final out of the series as Cashtown clinched the championship with Lippy on the hill, striking out Jamison after falling behind 3-0 in the count. 1 ball and 1 strike here now to Jamison. George Marino's here bringing you all the live action of South Penn League baseball on Flea Flicker Media. As that one a check swing and down low, 2 balls and 1 strike. So happy all of you have tuned in here with us to watch your favorite team or just watch some South Penn League baseball. The kick and a throw, and Jamison going after that one down around the dirt, and the count even 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Jamison played pepper with the first baseman Ethan Ketterman his first time up, a ground ball right to the chest of Cashtown's number 18 over there at first for an unassisted putout. Sitting with 2 outs and 2 strikes here in the 4th, as that one inside, and the count now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Not a lot of full counts for Topper here today. A lot of foul balls we're seeing though. And that one, ball 4 on the outside corner, and it's the first walk issued by Topper here today. And that'll send things to the bottom third of the order here for Hagerstown, as they've got a base runner here now. Chance Phillips, who also grounded out to first his first time up, is the man in the box taking his hacks. As Jamison with the lead from first, here's the kick. That one called a strike. After throwing about 20 pitches in the first inning here, Topper really has settled down in terms of the efficiency scale here. The count no balls and 1 strike. This one tipped foul with Jamison off for second on the pitch. He'll have to hang a U-turn and go back to first. No balls and 2 strikes. The count to the right fielder for Hagerstown, Chance Phillips, who been a reserve player for a number of years for Hagerstown, now cracking the starting 9 here in the championship series. That one misses high. 2-2 here now the count. See if Jamison takes off here again. There he goes. This one is popped up heading for no man's land, but Chase King is there, ranging a long way into the gap to come and get that one. And that'll bring an end to the top of the fourth. Cashtown holds their 1-0 lead. They'll head to the bat rack as they try to add on. Here in game number 2 of the South Penn League Championship Series. Well, we apologize for that little lapse in our commercial coverage there. I thought I clicked the multiple commercial segment and I only clicked the one. As Chris Shackle leading things off here in the bottom of the 4th inning for Cashtown. As it's 1 ball and 1 strike from Ethan Cotto, who's been excellent on the mound here for Hagerstown in the early going. No hits yet allowed, but the 1 run. 1 ball and 1 strike now the count, or 2 balls and 1 strike now the count here to Chris Shackle. Shackle, who grounded out to second baseman Ryan Talbert the first time up. This one's going to eat up Justin Lewis. A ground ball that skips past the third baseman, and they'll probably score that one an error. Oh, and there's a no-hitter going. You like that first hit to be a clean one when you're the official scorer, and that's most likely going to be ruled an error. Lewis moving over to third base here this year after playing a lot of time at second base. Scoring to bunt is Cameron Bailey, and he pulls back. Bailey was a strikeout-looking victim his first time up, the designated hitter for Cashtown.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. Yeah.
He's 3 for 10 on the postseason now. He was 0 for 1 in Game 1 of the Championship Series. Pickoff throw over to first, and they'll chase Shackle back to the bag. Well, leadoff base runner here for Cashtown with the 1-0 lead. We'll see what they can do. A lot of things in play here. Hit and run, stolen base, bunt. Scoring to bunt again is Bailey. He puts this one down hard, back to the mound. They're going to have a play at second. Throw gets Shackle. Throw on to first. Pulls Talbert off the bag, the second baseman covering. So Bailey will swap spots with Shackle. It'll go as a ground out. 1-6 on the putout. As he got a little bit too much mustard up behind that bunt. As Cashtown wearing the mustard yellow jerseys here today. Backs against the wall, and these mustard yellow jerseys have kind of become like the Tiger Woods final round red shirt. Pickoff, throw to first, and they got Cameron Bailey. What a play by Cotto. He catches him leaning, whips it over there to first, and quickly and neatly out number 2 for Hagerstown without having to throw a pitch to the plate. So all of a sudden, base is empty now for Ethan Ketterman. He's got to be disappointed by this development, but now he's got to go back, starting a rally here for the Pirates. Ketterman walked his first time up. Was erased at second on a ground out by Dylan Ed. The play by Justin Lewis at third. 2 balls and no strikes once again to Ketterman, who seems to have a magnet for pitches outside of the strike zone here in the early going for his second consecutive plate appearance in this one. He's ahead 3-0 in the count. No, wait, excuse me. He was ahead 2-1 in the count last time and then 3-1. But it's 3-0 here. Kick from Cotto. That one misses, and Ethan Ketterman, unaware that it was ball 4, but he'll pitch his bat and head down to first base. He's been on twice for his team. We'll see if he tries to steal to get in place for Dylan Ed. Ed, who hit a hot shot roller to third base his first time up for a ground out. Here's the kick. This one fouled off to the screen. So an error and a walk so far this inning, a pickoff. We've seen a lot of things, a lot of eventfulness in this inning, despite it being an inning with 2 outs where no runs have scored yet. The lead from first for Ketterman. Here's the kick, the throw, up high. Ed ducks down low. And the count even 1 ball and 1 strike. If you're tuning in here on Flea Flicker Media watching this broadcast, let us know. Leave us a comment in the comment section just to say hi or tell us what you're doing or what's going on. Here's the kick. This one popped foul. Like a missile coming down on the other side of the trees over there. 1 ball and 2 strikes now, and we were out of balls for a moment, but quickly won back into play for pitcher Ethan Cotto. 2 outs, 1 on. Cashtown up 1-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch. Dylan Ed drives this one. Oh, that's going to skip past the center fielder, Jamison. Here comes Ketterman. He's going to stop at third as Hagerstown races to get that one in as quickly as they can. There'll be men on the corners, and that had to be a harrowing experience for Jamison out there in center. And for the Braves, as that kicked much further, Cashtown's scoring a run. As it is, it's just first and third, so it ends up being a 1-base error. Still, there are ways that that run can score from third with 2 outs that it won't score from second with 2 outs. Braden Petty, the batter, taking a strike. Be remiss if we didn't mention that that hit by Ed was the first of the game for Cashtown. Finally off the schneid in that department. Here's the pitch to Petty. Misses high, 1 ball and 1 strike. So 2 errors for Hagerstown here in this inning, and so far neither one has been damaging in any sort of way. I'd like to give a shout out to Chris Lippy tuning in here on the broadcast, friend of the program. How's it going? Glad you tuned in here with us. As Petty pops this one foul. Already a fan favorite here in Cashtown. You can tell by the reactions of the crowd every time he comes to the plate. First year with the Pirates here for Petty, and already a well-liked guy. Here's the kick and the throw from Cotto. Swing and a miss. And that will put an end to the 4th. Cashtown gets their first hit of the game. No runs, 1 hit, 2 errors, 2 guys left. The Cashtown Pirates are halfway through this one with a 1-0 lead. We'll head to the 5th inning on our way back to the ballpark.
Hello, this is Battlefield Military Museum Incorporated. We display the 200 years of history through military artifacts. We start with the Revolutionary War and end with Vietnam. We specialize with American Civil War and World War II. We have a shop where you may purchase relics and military artifacts. We are open every day during the summer months and weekends during the spring and fall. See you in Gettysburg.
The final South Penn League Series of the Year is brought to you by Battlefield Military Museum and Marino's Easter Candy. We're so happy to be bringing you this game live here today. We weren't with you for Game 1 of the series, but we'll be with you for all the rest of the games from now until the end of the season, which could be as early as tomorrow or could be as late as next Thursday. Ready to go is Topper here for the bottom of the 5th. This one flared down the left field line and foul.
If you're gonna get that, open the door.
Corey Walters, the first baseman, is batting now for Hagerstown, and he was a strikeout victim his first time up. 1 of 6 so far here for Hagerstown as this one fouled back to the screen. An 0-2. In between innings, the umpire having some discussions with Cashtown manager Eric Ketterman as they were having a little trouble keeping some balls in play here with a lot of foul balls. This one chopped on the ground to short. Berzonski goes down to get it. Unable to field. Throw to first. And we'll have a most unusual 6-4-3 ground down. And Jameson upset at first base as he thought he beat the ramp. So it goes from looking like it'll be an error for Berzonski to being an assist. Not the way they drew it up, but certainly they'll take it. As Riley Jackson, now the batter, sends this one skyward down the first baseline, 0-1. Boy, I don't think I've ever written a 6-4-3 ground out where only one out was recorded into the scorebook. That's pretty special. Can't imagine that's happened too many times in South Penn League history. As that one bounces to the plate, 1 ball and 1 strike now the count. Topper's twist and delivery. This one lashed to third. It's going to be picked up and thrown on to first. A little bit of a high throw, but Ethan Ketterman there to grab it and get back down on the bag in time. As Austin Kunkel handled that hot shot and airmailed the throw a little bit, but Ketterman bailing him out over at first. And 2 quickly away here, very eventfully in the 5th for Cashtown. Lineup turns over now, and Jarrett Biesicker will look to get his second hit of the ball game. As that one misses up high. 1 ball and no strikes. Biesicker's not a guy you hate facing with 2 outs and nobody on. He's a guy you hate facing with runners in scoring position. His fouls that one off down the third baseline. His regular season MVP year a couple of years ago, he had something like 47 hits like that, and I believe like 41 of them were singles. But he is a rally starter for this Hagerstown team, and he'll look to do such here in the top of the 5th inning. 2 outs, nobody on. 1 ball, 1 strike to Hagerstown's left fielder. The man they call Bees puts this one in the air. Chase King circling. He's got it on the run. And Topper is through 5 scoreless. Cashtown holds on to their 1-0 lead. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th here on Flea Flicker Media as the Pirates looking to even this best-of-5 series at 1 game apiece. We'll be back. Here at Flea Flicker Media, we so very obviously love sports. It's my goal to sprinkle a little bit of that love back into the community, 1 live sporting event at a time.
Back up the middle. We might have a play at the plate as Keith is throwing home. Safe is Zach Ketterman, and the game is tied.
If you'd like to be featured on Flea Flicker Media, contact me at our Facebook page, Flea Flicker Media, or at the George Marino's Facebook page.
Hello, this is Battlefield Military Museum Incorporated. We display the 200 years of history through military artifacts. We start with the Revolutionary War and end with Vietnam. We specialize with American Civil War and World War II. We have a shop where you may purchase relics and military artifacts. We are open every day during the summer months and weekends during the spring and fall. See you in Gettysburg.
Back just in time for the bottom of the 5th inning. It's Austin Kunkel leading things off for Cashtown, as the Pirates look to add to their 1-0 lead. Been a pitcher's duel through and through all the way. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors for Cashtown, not from lack of trying in the field last inning. And for Hagerstown, no runs, 2 hits, and they've committed a pair of errors. Dylan Ed with the only hit for Cashtown, and no, it did not lead to that run scoring. Here's the pitch to Kunkel. That one misses low. The count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, Cashtown scored its run. Austin Kunkel was the one who scored it. As this one chopped on the ground to third. Lewis circles, cuts it off, throws in the dirt. But Walters picks that one out of the ground. And we're seeing some fantastic first base play here at this one. So 1 out. So Kunkel, who walked his first time up, was sacrificed to second by Josh Brzezinski. He took third base on the same play because nobody was covering. And then Zach Coons with an RBI ground out to the middle of the infield. Hagerstown playing them back and conceding the run. Interesting, but this is a team that scored nearly 10 runs a game during the regular season, Hagerstown, so they like their chances. They've got 6 outs left to get one. That one misses up and inside, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike to the number 9 hitter Brzezinski, whose sacrifice bunt was instrumental in getting that first run and only run in. The kick and the throw from Cotto, popping the mitt, but just a little bit high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the kick to toss. This one hit on the ground, a short and high hopper, fielded there, and the throw across for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down as Andrew Mathias fielding that hopper.
13-5. Here we go. It's the character.
And Cotto 1 out away from getting his team back to the bat rack.
Here we go.
Zach Coons has the only RBI today. Batting out of the leadoff spot for Hagerstown. Here he is. That one misses down and low. 1 ball and no strikes. Chase King on deck for Cashtown, and then the rest of the heart of their order. Strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. There's the kick and the pitch, and that one bounces off the front edge of the plate and back to the backstop. 2-1 now the count. We'll have Game 3 of the Championship Series for you tomorrow from North Hagerstown High School, starting at 12:55 p.m. with the pregame. As that one called a strike on the inner portion of the plate.
Anything close now, 1-3. What do you say, Coons? Good. Okay. I'll be going back in after.
That one bounces off the plate and back to the backstop. 2-2. 2 outs here for Cashtown. George Marino's bringing you all the live action of South Penn League baseball. It's the first game we've covered in several months. As Coons fouls that one off. As a lot of you watching know, I broke my foot a couple months ago back at the end of May and have been sidelined since that point in time, so it's great being back out here, and it's great that we've got a fantastic game on tap. That one punched foul by Coons to stay alive. Oh, no activity in either bullpen here, so it looks like we're going to be with these two starting pitchers for quite a while yet. Cotto will try once again to get that third strike on Coons. This one is popped to right. Charging in is the right fielder. Going out is the second baseman, Talbert. And he's got it for out number 3. We'll head to the 6th. Cashtown on top 1-0 in all-important game number 2 of the South Penn League Championship Series. Back in a moment with more baseball here on Flea Flicker Media.
Hello, this is Battlefield Military Museum Incorporated. We display the 200 years of history through military artifacts. We start with the Revolutionary War and end with Vietnam. We specialize with American Civil War and World War II. We have a shop where you may purchase relics and military artifacts. We are open every day during the summer months and weekends during the spring and fall. See you in Gettysburg.
Top of the 6th has arrived here quickly in Cashtown. Josh Topper, the man at the center of this maelstrom of activity, as he's the one holding this potent Hagerstown offense at bay here. 5 innings for Topper so far. Just 4 base runners, 2 hits, a hit by pitch, and a walk. Lewis was the hit by pitch. He's the guy standing at the plate right now. 1 ball and 1 strike as Topper hits the glove to even things up after sailing the first one back to the backstop. Lewis with a hit by pitch his first time up, got nicked on the arm. Got a timeout called by the batter. Lewis then flew out to center fielder Chase King in short left center field. His next time up. Wow. What a pitch. What a breaking pitch. Getting him in the dirt with that one in the count. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes. As Topper kicks and delivers. That one misses down low. Looked like a heater trying to set something up. Topper doesn't seem to like to throw a ton of breaking balls against Hagerstown, so that's why it's remarkable when he pulls one out like that. That one misses down and away. Looked like something off speed, and the count now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the pesky Justin Lewis. Couldn't think of a better way to describe either of Hagerstown's top 2 hitters in the order. He tips that one foul to stay alive. It's a huge potential base runner here for Hagerstown, the tying run, and they'd love to have it on base for Talbert and the 2 Mathiases coming up afterwards. Hagerstown leading this series 1-0. Cashtown leading this game 1-0. Kick and the throw. Strike 3 called. Lewis doesn't like it. He pauses for a moment in bewilderment to look back at the plate. He's out number 1, the 7th strikeout victim for Josh Topper. Topper delivering a performance a la 2020. It's been a rough couple of seasons for him since that championship series performance, and he's turning back the clock here today. Foul ball from Ryan Talbert, who has risen as a guy that normally batted bottom of the order to a middle of the order hitter as he lashes that one to right field for a single. And he got all of that one. Ryan Talbert, a ringing line drive single to start things off with one out here in the 6th. Hagerstown now at hitting Cashtown at 3-1. And so far it hasn't mattered on the scoreboard. Adam Mathias now the batter, 0 for 2. There's the pitch, that one misses up and away. See how long the leash is here for Tomper today. You figure they'd like him to finish this one out, but they may have another arm or two available in relief down there, and we'll see if somebody gets up. That one misses low, 2 balls and no strikes. Mathias struck out, swinging to end the 1st inning, and then he grounded out to 3rd base to lead off the 4th. Topper with the 2-0 delivery. Comes in the zone, and Mathias hits it foul off the screen behind home plate. Again, beautiful day here at the ballpark. Not too hot, a nice cool little breeze blowing. And both of these pitchers have cooled down the opposing bats from the word go. That one misses in the dirt, 3-1. Topper hasn't had multiple guys on base in any innings yet in this game. 3-1 the count. Here's the kick, the throw, swing and a miss from Adam Mathias. And Topper's stuff definitely plays. Just gotta tell himself I gotta bear down here and get one in the zone. Full count now, and I imagine they'll send Talbert from first. Dylan Ed is the catcher here. He's not going. This one is driven foul down the left field line. So we'll do the payoff pitch once again. Over 50% of 3-2 pitches are fouled off in the major leagues. So you figure there'd be some sort of trickle-down effect of that nature in the South Penn League. Here's the pitch. Jackknifes away from that one. It's ball 4, and Hagerstown will have a rally. 2 on for the first time, and that'll prompt manager Eric Ketterman to come out from the dugout and head out to the mound for a visit. This mound visit brought to you by Battlefield Military Museum. Over 10,000 authentic military items on display. It's Gettysburg's largest display of authentic military items. Come check it out at 920 Baltimore Pike, Gettysburg, PA, today. So the meeting on the mound is Hagerstown in the middle of their lineup. The number 5 hitter, Andrew Mathias, will be the next guy due up. Adam Mathias reaching for the first time today on a walk. Andrew Mathias had an infield single his first time up. If he does that here, Cashtown will be in a whole world of trouble. So, Ketterman done with the pep talk and the strategizing as he'll head back to the dugout, and Topper continues on the mound here. Doesn't look like anyone's throwing down the line for Cashtown, so this is Topper's inning all the way. Andrew Mathias squaring to bunt, pulls it back. There's one out in the inning, so he's probably bunting for a hit if he's going to try to do that. Either that or he's just squaring to try and fake out the pitcher and the defense. If he does bunt these guys, though, he'll get the go-ahead run into scoring position. That one kicks away from Dylan Ed, and the go-ahead run will be into scoring position anyway. As moving up to third is Talbert, and moving up to second base is Adam Mathias in Hagerstown. One big hit away from taking the lead here in this game. 2 balls and no strikes. That does now open up first base if Topper wants to work carefully to Andrew Mathias. But he does have the platoon advantage here with the righty up as opposed to Jameson the lefty who follows. In fact, 2 of the next 3 hitters after this are left-handed. Done a good job sprinkling lefties throughout this lineup. A broken bat. That one's going to fall in left field. Coming around to score is Talbert. Following him to the plate is Adam Mathias. There's a play at third. Safe, and in there is Andrew Mathias, a broken bat, 2-run single, and the Hagerstown Braves take the lead at 2-1. We had a play at the plate on the back half of that, and Andrew Mathias ends up taking 2 extra bases, and the Braves take 2 runs in the lead. They finally pierce through against Topper, and they have another runner at third set up. With the sweet swinging lefty, Corey Jameson up there. So that bat dies a hero for Andrew Mathias. Now, Jameson sounded like he broke his bat too. A hard grounder to first with the infield drawn in, and Ketterman looks the runner back to third and then goes to the bag for out number 2. Second time that Jameson has grounded out to first base. So, this insurance run at third now falls into the lap of Chance Phillips. Hardy swinging a miss as he goes after the high heater from Topper. And the count, no balls and 1 strike. Phillips 0 for 2, ground out to first, fly out to center fielder Chase King here in this ball game. As Hagerstown going through patches this game where they're aggressive against Topper and patches where they're not as aggressive, and this is one of those stretches where they're going after the first pitch a lot. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Hagerstown strikes for 2. They take the lead 2-1. They've got 6 outs to get to take a commanding 2-0 lead in this best-of-5 series for the South Penn League Championship. We'll be back here on Flea Flicker Media after a word from our sponsors.
Hello, this is Battlefield Military Museum Incorporated. We display the 200 years of history through military artifacts. We start with the Revolutionary War and end with Vietnam. We specialize with American Civil War and World War II. We have a shop where you may purchase relics and military artifacts. We are open every day during the summer months and weekends during the spring and fall. See you in Gettysburg.
Welcome back here to the ballpark. He just missed 1 pitch, but with it came out as Chase King grounds the first ball to third baseman Justin Lewis. It fields the in-between hop and throws on to first for the first out here in the 6th inning. 2, 3, and 4 in the Cashtown order will greet Cotto here. It's number 3, Chris Shackle, who rolls one to the right side. Talbert down on it. Throw across to first. 4-3 on the putout, 2 pitches, 2 outs. Could he get 3 outs on 3 pitches? We'll see. With Cameron Bailey, the designated hitter, at the plate now as Cotto takes a walk for a moment as this inning going quite quickly. Cashtown taking their time getting off the field here as they want to give Topper a chance to sit down for a moment. Bailey not taking the first pitch as he foul tips it into the mitt, and the count, no balls and 1 strike. Hagerstown with their newly minted 2-1 lead, and a power flex here by Cotto in the bottom of the 6th as he's quickly looking to get the second to last set of 3 outs that he needs for a victory. No balls and 2 strikes. Cotto with the kick, the delivery. That one misses down low.
What do you say, Kim?
Cotto on the other side is matched Topper pitch for pitch every step of the way, and now he's got a lead to run with. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Hagerstown 3 outs away from a 2-0 lead in this best-of-7 series. They'll head to the dugout and grab the bats as they look to stretch their lead one last time. Here in game number 2 of the South Penn League Championship Series. Back in a moment on Flea Flicker Media. We head to the 7th inning here. We play 7 in the South Penn League. So this is the last frame of regulation. Josh Topper continuing on the hill for Cashtown, giving up just the 2 runs that he gave up last inning. We'll take a look at the scoring summary here for this ball game. Cashtown got on the board first all the way back in the 3rd inning, when Austin Kunkel led off with a walk. Josh Berzonski sacrificed him to second, and Kunkel took 3rd on the play. Zach Coons with an RBI ground out to shortstop to give the Pirates the 1-0 lead. Then in the top of the 6th, Hagerstown responded. They put their first runs of the game on the board as this one is driven to right field. Oh, a diving catch, but that one's down for a hit. For the Cashtown Pirates defense, they almost came up with that one. But Corey Walters gets that one in there for the 5th Hagerstown hit of the game. Hagerstown last inning, Justin Lewis struck out to lead things off, but then Ryan Talbert with a single, Adam Mathias with a walk, and Andrew Mathias with a 2-run broken bat single, and that is accounted for all of the Hagerstown scoring in this one. 1 ball and no strikes now to Riley Jackson. As Jamison at first. 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for Hagerstown. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for Cashtown. 1-0 the count to the stocky Riley Jackson. Catching today for Hagerstown. Here's the pitch. That one misses inside. 2 balls and no strikes as Topper looking to keep the horse from getting out of the barn here in the 7th inning. We apologize for not being able to zoom in and get a good look at that diving attempt for a catch in the gap. I went to press the button to zoom and it just stuck. They count 2 balls and 1 strike now. Topper's kick, the pitch. This one hit on the ground to second. 4, 6, 3. Double play. Just what the doctor ordered for Josh Topper and the Cashtown Pirates. As they roll 2. And that clears things off for the top of the order now. Jarrett Biesicker and company. Biesicker 1 for 3. He had the first hit of the game for Hagerstown. Excuse me, he had the second hit of the game for Hagerstown. All the way back in the 3rd inning. That one called a strike.
There you go, Josh. You got this, buddy. You got this, bud.
That one misses outside. So for Cashtown, in the bottom of the 7th, they'll have 5, 6, and 7. Ethan Ketterman, Dylan Ed, and Braden Petty due up. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike to Beesecker. Would imagine Hagerstown will continue with Caudo. As this one chopped on the ground to first, Ketterman boots it. It gets away from him. Throw onto the bag in time to get Beesecker. Cashtown will have one last chance to even this thing up as we head to the bottom of the 7th here on Flea Flicker Media. Hagerstown 3 outs away from a 2-game-to-none lead in this best-of-5 series. Back in a moment.
Hello, this is Battlefield Military Museum Incorporated. We display the 200 years of history through military artifacts. We start with the Revolutionary War and end with Vietnam. We specialize with American Civil War and World War II. We have a shop where you may purchase relics and military artifacts. We are open every day during the summer months and weekends during the spring and fall. See you in Gettysburg.
Back here at the ballpark for the bottom of the 7th, that man Ethan Caudo trying to pitch his team Hagerstown to a commanding lead in this best-of-5 series. So many great magical moments for Cashtown in this ballpark over the years, but there is a vulture circling overhead in the right field area, so Cashtown's certainly hoping that's not an omen. Ethan Ketterman leading things off here for the Pirates. And probably their most pivotal inning of the season. That one catches the zone. Ball down low and the count 3 balls and 1 strike. And Ketterman, who's walked both times today already, looking at another one. And that's how these kind of things get started. That one called a strike on the inside corner. Ketterman not quite too sure about it, as he was backing the legs out of there. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff guy here in the last inning. Swing and a miss, and Ethan Caudo with a little bit of a fist pump as he blows that one past Ketterman for out number 1. What a recovery. Behind 3-1 in the count once again to Ketterman, as he's been in all 3 of his plate appearances today. He finally recovers to get him. 1 down, and now Dylan Ed looking to get things started for the Pirates. It's 1 ball and no strikes to Cashtown's catcher. Ed is 1 for 2 today. He has the only hit for Cashtown in this ball game. This one chopped on the ground to third and foul.
You're inside.
1 ball and 1 strike here now, the count. Ed, who hit 200 on the regular season, trying to be a rally starter here for the Pirates. Strike number 2, and the Hagerstown Braves can sense it. They can feel it with this young man Caudo slinging on the hill right now. This one lashed off the chalk. Justin Lewis up with it to throw across the first. 5-3 on the putout. And the Hagerstown fans up and cheering a fantastic play. A pro play over there at third. And there are 2 away for Cashtown. They're going to switch things up here. We've got a pinch hitter. It's Darian Mort, who will be hitting for Braden Petty. Mort accomplished regular season this year as he hit .474. This is his first appearance in the postseason for Cashtown, as he comes off the bench as the last hope for the Pirates. And that one misses, 1 ball and no strikes. Darian Mort, a former quarterback for Fairfield High School, was part of the most successful Fairfield football team ever in the school's history. As that one called a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. There's the kick. That one misses outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Looks as good as a hit here if you're Cashtown, unless that hit leaves the building. Austin Kunkel is on deck. He has the only Cashtown run scored today. 2-1 the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. The kick, the throw. Catches the zone, and Cashtown down to their last strike, as Ethan Cotto has just come in here and twirled a gem. The twist, the delivery, looking for completion. It's fouled off by Mort. He'll stay alive. 1 pitch separating the Braves from a 2-0 lead in a series where they need to win 3 games to win the cup. Cotto with the delivery, the pitch, swing and a miss! And he's got him, and he's fired up as the Hagerstown Braves storm into Cashtown and come out with a come-from-behind 2-1 victory. Ethan Cotto with a complete game, 1 hitter on the hill. As the Pirates scored first in this one, but Hagerstown with a timely 2-run hit by Andrew Mathias. His brother Adam had the game-winning hit in game number 1, and now Andrew's got the game-winning hit in game number 2. So Hagerstown will go into tomorrow's game looking to clinch the cup and win their 2nd championship in the last 3 years. Looking to beat Cashtown in the finals for the first time ever. When they won the championship 2 years ago, they beat Cashtown in the semifinals. A lot of work for Cashtown to do to dig out of this hole. But if they can win game number 3 tomorrow, they'll have a home date, game number 4 on Tuesday. And despite the result today, Cashtown often has magical results at home. So the Braves win this one 2-1. The winning pitcher, Ethan Cotto. The losing pitcher is Josh Topper for Cashtown. No save in this one as both pitchers pitched the whole way. Time of game, 1 hour and 31 minutes. For Hagerstown, 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors. For Cashtown, 1 run, 1 hit, and no errors. And Hagerstown takes a 2-0 lead in this best of 5 series. So the Cup will be in the building tomorrow. The Cup generally resides with Matt Rebert of the Cashtown Pirates, who's headed out to center field to take the flags down today. So he'll have to pack that thing up and bring it on the road to Hagerstown as the defending champs on the ropes. We'll have that one for you tomorrow at 12:55 p.m. for the pregame. No idea who either one of these teams are going to throw on the mound yet, but as soon as we know, we'll let you know. We could have one heck of a cup-clinching celebration in line for tomorrow, because you have to think, after the heartbreak of last year for Hagerstown, should they go ahead and finish off this amazing season with a championship this year, it will be quite the redemption story from last year. We'll take a break here on the show for a moment. We'll have a few commercials, pay some bills, and then we'll be back to close this one out for you and give you maybe a little preview of tomorrow's ball game. Stay tuned. Here at Flea Flicker Media, we so very obviously love sports. It's my goal to sprinkle a little bit of that love back into the community, one live sporting event at a time.
Back up the middle. We might have a play at the plate as Keith is throwing home. Safe is Zach Ketterman, and the game is tied.
If you'd like to be featured on Flea Flicker Media, contact me at our Facebook page, Flea Flicker Media, or at the George Marino's Facebook page. Back here at the ballpark, one last time, the final score, the Hagerstown Braves 2, the Cashtown Pirates 1. Hagerstown taking a 2-games-to-none lead in the best-of-5 series. They'll have a chance to clinch the cup tomorrow on the South Penn League Championship for 2023 at North Hagerstown High School. We'll have that one for you on Flea Flicker Media live at 12:55 p.m. for pregame. We're going to go ahead and name a Battlefield Military Museum player of the game here today, and that will be Ethan Cotto, the starting pitcher for Hagerstown, as he goes the distance. 7 innings. Just 1 hit allowed, struck out 4, walked 3. And aside from that run that Austin Kunkel scored in the 3rd inning, he was never really in much danger, just biding his time to wait for the Hagerstown offense to come through, and they did in the top of the 6th. Andrew Mathias, another candidate for player of the game, as his broken bat 2-run single produced the only Hagerstown runs of the day and produced the victory for the Braves. But we'll go with Cotto as the player of the game today. So we'll have the rest of the games of this South Penn League Championship Series for you live on Flea Flicker Media, however many there are. There could be as few as 1 or as many as 3. Cashtown's going to have to win the next 2 games to make us go the distance. We'll see what happens tomorrow at North Hagerstown High School, and you can catch it live with us on Flea Flicker Media. But for now, this is George Marino signing off for all the technical support, statisticians, and everyone in the truck, everyone helping out the broadcast. Have a good evening, everybody, and we'll be back with you tomorrow at 12:55 p.m. with Game 3 of the South Penn League Championship Series. Have a good evening, everybody.